All right, so everybody, happy 4th of July, everybody. Woohoo!
For 15 more minutes for me.
Yeah, for 15 more, you get to celebrate the birthday of your country for 15 more minutes. So, and for those of you wondering, Robert Geislinger is live from Dice Tower Con. It's going on like right now. So all those people that you can see playing games in the old Dice Tower. It's at the same hotel as it was last year, right?
Yeah, it's at the Carib again. It'll be here. It'll be here again next year too. It's the year after 2020 that it moves.
You're moving?
Yeah, 2020. It's moving over to the World Center up the road, bigger venue.
Is it like a better venue, or what is it?
Yeah, it's bigger, better. I haven't seen it. I've just heard.
All right, I believe you. Though I mean that place isn't bad. I mean, as far as there was tons of open spaces. It was really weird to get around everywhere. There won't be any. Are there bungalows at the new place?
I don't know. Again, I haven't seen the new one. But we did. The layouts changed this year from what you saw. You remember last year back here? That was where the vendors were, the exhibitors. They have that middle hall completely to themselves, and it shuts down at night. So they have their own hall now.
Yeah, that's
and the library moved to its own area as well.
Well, that's like the place where the library. I never really went to the library, but because everybody had games, so there's really no reason to check anything out. But I do remember like the library, like the people working the library looked really bored. What I remember. Oh yeah, I remember. I felt bad for them, I guess. So nobody made them work, so it's not our fault. Yeah.
P1 has changed locations. P1's way back in that corner. Opposite end.
So this is just the second day of Dice Tower Con?
Well, so this is officially the first day.
Gotcha.
Officially opened this morning at 10.
How's it going so far?
So far, so good. Everything seems to be running pretty smoothly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't been in this room much today because did media panel earlier, and then I did the match game that Siebert does. I think you did last year, Lance, right?
Yeah, I did that last year.
Yeah, I did that earlier. So, and then we did the Magical Athlete live. That was hilarious. Awesome.
One of Tom's favorite games.
One of mine as well. I've been pushing for this one, so it was good.
Is it ever going to get a reprint or no? No, I don't think so. Like Magical Athlete Deluxe, like fill full of miniatures and just go over the top with it. I mean, if what was the Three Little Pigs game that made a bunch of money off of Kickstarter? Which was basically, I mean, the gameplay of that was rock paper scissors. It was still fun, but it had over the top.
Grim Forest.
Yeah, Grim Forest. I enjoyed playing it, but I mean, it definitely was over the top as far as the components and what have you. So that's cool, man. Did I just see Daniel, my boss, walk by? Probably not. I didn't. I thought I saw him wander by.
Can't track. There's 3,200 people.
That's a lot of. So Keith, what'd you do for 4th of July?
I played Assassin's Creed Origins, and I watched the city fireworks from my house for a few minutes.
Why did you play Assassin's Creed Origins?
Because I bought it in the Steam sale. Because Steam sales are evil, and I keep buying stuff on Steam.
Because it probably cost $1.
No, it was more than that, but it was cheaper. I bought a bunch of stuff in the Steam sale because it wasn't full price. So,
well, Steam sale, yeah, it's like you load up like 20 new games on that you don't even download right away. You know, and then you a year later you see it, you have it, and you're like, oh.
It's all those games that are like, I'd play that, but nah, I'm not paying $60 for that. And then eventually, like $10 sold.
I
have so much of that in my Steam account. things that I bought for like $5 that I still haven't played 5 years later.
I was at our Best Buy actually closed and reopened in a larger location. I hadn't been to it yet, and I haven't been to Best Buy in a long time. And we were out and about, and I was like, I want to check out the new Best Buy and just kind of wander in there and see it. And it was neat and all. And then I picked up, I think, 3 PlayStation 4 games because they were cheap, and put them back down. I was like, oh, I'll get this. It's only $20. And I was like, why? I'm not going to play this. I put it down. Oh, but this one I'd play for $20, Just and I put that one down too. And then, I don't even remember. The last one I picked up was Valkyria Revolution, which is a turn-based strategy game that I like the original game, the Valkyria Chronicles of it. And I was just like, oh, I could get this for $20. And I was like, and I actually carried that 2/3 of the way to the register. And then I was like, no. And I put it down. It almost made it. It almost made it past the cut. So, but didn't quite make it. No.
That guy's got a lot of games with him. He's got a backpack and 2 bags full of games.
Where's
Shirey? He's down there. He's at Dice Tower Con. Why isn't he over it?
So I saw him earlier. But I haven't think I've seen him since around maybe 4 or 5 this afternoon. He still has not returned my hat.
Nice.
I've been assured it's here.
That's really good internet that you have there. You're not using Wi-Fi, are you?
Yeah, I'm using the Wi-Fi. So I have access. I'm using actually, I thought I was on the exhibitor Wi-Fi, but I'm on just the regular Wi-Fi.
That's really good Wi-Fi. There's no. Yeah. I assume maybe you had your special hookup or whatever, so you didn't have to use that. Oh.
Yeah, when I started, I was on the exhibitor because I figured that'd be the safer one because they're all gone for the night. But now it's just on the regular attendee Wi-Fi.
Huh. Did you play anything today, Robert?
I played nothing today. It was a very, very busy day. Tomorrow's my day where I don't have as much going on, sort of thing. So maybe I can actually get some games in. That would be nice.
That sounds like most of my conventions. I don't get to play many games usually.
Well, this is supposed to be the one convention I do get to play games at. And it's slowly turning into a convention I don't play games at.
Well, whose fault is that?
I mean, it's mine. I schedule things.
That's true. All right. Well, hey, you had a Keith. You mentioned that you had a grievance earlier in the week.
Oh, I had a very minor grievance. Last week I missed the show. The family and I went to Great Wolf Lodge, which is, if you don't know what Great Wolf Lodge is, it's a big hotel with an indoor water park. And my grievance was, I can't believe all the people who can't put down their phone long enough to go to a water park. The people wandering around in the wave pool, holding their phone and trying to keep it from getting in the water, or the people that have the baggie hanging around their neck with their phone in it and everything else. And I'm like, that's the one place I can go where I can escape and work can't email me and work can't text me and nobody else can bug me because I have a legitimate excuse not to have my phone at all. And there's all these people trying to keep their phone out of the water, walking into shit because they're looking at their phone in the water park.
Seriously, in the wave pool.
In the wave pool, man, out there with their phone. And I know cell phones are more water resistant now, but come on, put down the phone.
Look, I can't be without my phone. Okay, I need my phone.
Hey, there's Eric waving at you in the back.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Look at all these people. Oh,
Hey, I recognize Ryan. Hey, there you go. Hey, boys.
Are you guys actually? What are you doing?
He's live.
Sen.
Alaboom.
Oh, fun. They can't hear you guys.
That's okay.
They can't hear us?
They can
I
see
know.
you, but they can't hear you.
What are they playing?
Yes, they can see it.
You guys
Oh,
play.
I can see that.
They can see that. They want to know what you're playing.
Plays
Who goes there?
Why can't playing Who Goes There?
Goes there.
That's the original story. Who goes there from
All right, I got.
that the movie The Thing was based on.
How are we doing inside?
Oh,
Well, it depends on if we.
All right, bye guys.
I almost backed that thing on Kickstarter. I like the
I did.
artwork.
I backed the hell out of it. What? I can't believe Sen gave me the finger. What was up with that? Did he...
It's a whole crew, folks. Mr. Lance.
This is an Alaboom first.
Alaboom goes to Dice Tower.
Yeah, Alaboom goes.
Hey!
Emerson!
Hey guys.
Hey, boys.
How's it going?
I'm doing great. I'm sorry you can't hear me. It's good to see you, though, Emerson.
It's good to see you. Sorry, you can't hear it. Here, actually, put this on for a second.
Emerson, how you doing, bud?
Hey, Lance, how's it going?
I'm doing quite well. So, what are you playing?
Awesome. Actually, this is a prototype of mine.
Ooh.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's pretty raw right now.
Is it the new whatever century like? Is it
No,
a new
no, it's
Gollum?
not.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's not. I did bring it though, but this is not it though.
All right. I'm looking. My daughter asks to play the Gollum version all the time, just for the art.
Oh, awesome.
So yes, so it's a mainstay in the house. So.
I think
It's good to see you, bud.
yeah, it's featuring Sewer Canal.
Why did you say you saw a smuggler? Getting you all kinds of special guests.
Oh yeah, this is an unheard of level of interaction. If we could just find somebody else to carry the computer, it would be even better.
I know. I'm sorry.
Where's Patrick Siebert? He's probably in a bungalow somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my.
Here's Mr. Darryl Andrews.
Oh, wouldn't say we missed him. Oh, there.
Lancey? David?
Hey, brother.
Say hi real quick.
No, take your turn first.
Hello,
No,
I'm not doing my turn.
You're on.
You're on
I
I could take my turn, but they're all mad.
You're on the Alaboom right now. You're live.
Hey!
You're live.
I think this is my second time on Alaboom.
Yeah, that is. So there you go.
How are you doing, Keith?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Daryl?
Good. I'm liking that game wall. It's looking sharp. Lots of TMG titles.
Yeah, I do that just to kiss Lance's butt on the show.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's how he gets good copies of games.
We can turn
What
it
do
to the
you-
portal wall over there.
That's better. I like that Crocono.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll pass you back to Robert and win this game. I'll talk to you later.
I assume you've already got this game down. You're already done. Oh, then he's already won. You guys are done. That was fun. He was excited. He got his the very first copy of his Oregon Trail game today.
Very cool. Yeah, I saw a picture of him on the social medias holding on to that and bragging about it. So
yeah,
good for him.
It was very
good
exciting.
for him.
And then I stole it from him for a few minutes.
Yeah. So how's the convention going though? What's the attendance?
Well,
what's the attendance this year? Do you guys know? You have an idea?
All total, including guests and everyone, 3,200.
It's growing, man. Pretty soon it'll be too big to contain itself. It'll implode upon its own weight and popularity. And then what will you do?
Then it'll be like
man.
another convention.
Yeah. Nobody else? Nobody else cool and important that you can find?
I mean, I see people. Not people I want to bother right now. Hey, look, I know some of these people get cranky after midnight.
I remember, like last year at Dice Tower Con was one of the few times I've ever played a game with somebody that was just like seriously in a bad mood. Like I ended up playing a game of Yokohama.
Is that Joe Wiggins?
Was that Joe Wiggins?
Where?
Back there.
Walk back slowly. Slow. That's not Joe Wiggins.
No, standing in the aisle. Sitting on the table. I can't tell because of the pixelation.
That is Joe Wiggins.
That's right. I found the Joe Wiggins.
Joe Wiggins.
They're yelling at you.
4 cards.
Huh?
Tell them it's the Alaboom.
Simply broken.
Oh.
Oh, you guys got dissed pretty hard.
And he's part of the Alaboom. I just got. Oh, we might have to throw him out of the gang.
That was so brutal.
That was really brutal.
It was really brutal.
Did he know it was us?
Yeah, he was looking at the screen.
Then tell him it's the Alaboom and see what he says. See what he says. Maybe he hates us now. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll send him a message right now. Oh, hey, show me that box. I actually wanted to see. I remember I saw the prototype of that at Gen Con.
Set up on this table in front of me.
Well, show it.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Ooh. Now you play it while we watch you.
The theme's kind of doing nothing for me.
Dice Tower Con was like one of the best conventions just to play games, though. I did play more games there than any other ones that I've been to. I'm texting Joe right now. But
the message Pete, he didn't respond. So.
Although the other thing is that Dice Tower Con has the great flea market. So if you're a big fan of flea markets, the flea market's one of the best. And I didn't even go to the Tom Vassell portion. I just
So there is no Tom Vassell portion this year.
Oh, really?
Everything Tom normally would throw in the flea market this year, he had cool stuff just add to their Dent and Ding section.
Oh.
So he didn't want to mess with it this year.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. I only think I was excited about the flea market last year was Darryl Andrews coming out to me and going, there's a perfectly fully intact copy of Thunder Road. And the guy wants $40 for it, and I only have $30, and I can't go to an ATM for Canada. So I walk in around him, I bought it, and just walked past him and went,
wow. Well, I remember seeing you carrying that out, and I was actually like, oh, I really wanted that. But I think that was last year at Dice Tower Con. That was when I got the complete and pretty good copy of Broadsides and Boarding Parties, which not a great game, but a game that I had when I was a kid, and I was glad to replace it. And then I remember that it has that giant box, and I was like, how am I going to get this home? I was so worried about it getting destroyed on the way home, and I remember I was like, I thought about actually carrying it. It's like I might carry on, but it survived okay. So I was.
Did you not FedEx it from the hotel?
Well, I could have, but I was also worried about FedExing it. You know what? Oh, we lost it. Sorry. Oh, well, I'm screwed.
Well, one of the nice things here is you can actually Cool Stuff will do shipping for you, like flat rate for $16 for a box, whatever you fit in the box. I think.
Yeah, I remember I did that with like 3 or 4 boxes because I ended up buying like at the auction I ended up buying like 2 or 3 random boxes of games.
Yeah.
Which I never
Last year's auction, all I remember is almost spending $800 on the first off the print copy of First Martians. No, I wouldn't have regretted that.
Well, why were you? Why?
I don't know. I just got really engaged in a bidding war, and I just lost control.
And then, so then you eventually what? You just you came to your senses, or what?
Right. At some point, I just went, what am I doing?
Well, what and I'm not bagging on the game because I mean I enjoyed my plays of First Martians, but that didn't make the giant splash that I think a lot of people thought was going to happen.
The copy I ended up buying is still in shrink because I played someone else's copy.
I wonder why that happened. I wonder why it didn't.
I don't know. Mine, it turned me off a little bit too. I was excited to get it, and I got it, sat down, and played the first game, and I was just like, eh.
Yeah, it had this massive hype train, and then just everyone played it once and went,
Well, I thought Robinson Crusoe in space, but Robinson Crusoe is way better.
Yep.
I think it's just the fiddly messing with the stupid different systems and everything, and it just, I don't know. It may get better with other missions, but I couldn't get past the first couple, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
There's a tournament at Dice Tower Con for Coliseum and you can for the world some sort of championship or whatever. So if that interests you, you can go play. You can try to win that, maybe, possibly. I also know that what was it? If you want to try out our new game, Trading on the Tigris from Jeff Engelstein. It's the only copy in existence is at the TMG booth.
Yeah, I remember Jeff saying that would be here.
So if you want to try that out, that's there.
So I don't know much about the game other than the theme, and that's enough to sell me on it. So
yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I can't really tell you much other than it's from a designer that hasn't steered me wrong yet, and yeah. So there you go. But so other than that, what are you most looking forward to for the convention, Robert?
it already happened. I just did Live Magical Athlete.
Oh, okay.
Actually, so for the record, I had a blast doing that because I actually was running it. Like Tom did the rules. We had Eric doing color commentary, and then I was running the controllers, and we had like Tom and Sam and Z and the Murph brothers and some other people playing the pawns themselves, and we set up like a track on the floor. And it actually was a lot of fun. We did 3 full races of it. It really was actually hilarious. But I'm supposed to sit with AJ tomorrow from Colossal, and he's going to take me through Terrors of London. Looking forward to that.
That game was cool. Good. I saw that Eric Lang tweeted out the first picture of the Simon Cthulhu game, and that looks pretty awesome.
Eric Lang's on my list right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you know how Eric Lang and Suzanne have that whole bunny ears feud going?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So at Simon, I picked a side. Clearly, I picked Suzanne and them. So he gets here, and he tries to get me to help him get them back. And I'm like, look, I can't do this. So do you know what he does? He goes around me and recruits Molly.
Oh.
So we're sitting at dinner, and Molly allies himself, and I'm like, you are causing more problems in my relationship. And he's like, I will own that. I'm okay with it. I'm like, you are on my list for the rest of this convention, Eric Long.
Ah. The evil Eric Long. Yeah, no, I mean, I am a little bit sad. There was actually so I went out to my in-laws' lake cabin to be there for like the fireworks show and everything like that. It storms, so they cancel the fireworks show. And so we came back to town and we watched a little bit of fireworks here, but and then, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I'm here with my family. 4th of July kind of got ruined a little bit, but it'll be okay. We'll get over it. I'm just, it's been a weird 4th of July for me. Like the standard stuff that I normally do. Like I didn't buy any of my own fireworks for the first time in like a decade because we were going to a resort that won't let you shoot off your own fireworks because they have a big fireworks show. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then oh, well, yeah. And then then I got home and I didn't have any fireworks. I don't know. It was, it's what happens sometimes. The best plans go awry. It's no big deal, but it's been a weird 4th of July. But other than that, Keith, what did you do for 4th of July?
You already asked me that. I told you I played Assassin's Creed Origins.
Well, but you didn't. I'm sorry, but you don't go watch fireworks or anything? Or?
I can watch the city fireworks from my house because I live up on a hill that overlooks the ballpark where the city launches the fireworks up about half, 3/4 mile away. So I can just sit in my house and watch them where I live now. And I watched about 5 minutes of it and went back in the house.
Yeah, but that's not the same about with being there. Being there, you usually have the music playing.
Well,
and
the radio station broadcasts the music, so you can listen to it. It's the way our town's set up. It's a nightmare to actually go down there to watch it. I'd never do it just because you'll never get out of the place. So you can see them. You see the whole show from my house. If you turn on the local radio station, you can listen to the music with it. I just don't care about fireworks anymore. I don't know why, but I've outgrown them.
I still enjoy shooting off my own. I like that. I think that's fun. Celebrate the birthday of your country by blowing up a small piece of it. Just like
I think I've grown disillusioned with fireworks. Living in downtown Orlando, living 3 blocks from Lake Eola, which is the middle of downtown, and they do fireworks for everything all the time. So I'm constantly hearing fireworks. So I've just grown detached from their splendor.
Well, I guess I just love our country, and you don't. So there.
Whoa. He went there.
Yeah. America.
Uh-oh.
No, nothing like that. What are you talking about? A robe and a wizard hat in the comments there.
Why aren't you guys here?
What?
Why aren't you guys here?
Why are you dissing me when I send a guy over to say hi to you?
Oh, I didn't even know that was what was going on. Some guy walks up to me with a laptop. And then I see Keith and then I see just a giant image of Keith, and I'm just like, okay, this is probably one of those weird websites you can get in big trouble for being on. I don't know.
That's true.
I'm 4th of July with my family this year instead of Dice Tower Con, which I'm sorry I'm not. I just wish Dice Tower Con they do it like the week after. I mean, it's just I don't know why they do it on the 4th of July.
Probably because they get a really good rate on the convention center because it's definitely not going to get used that week.
Yeah, and you probably have a point there, but I don't know. I want to be with my family. So,
yeah. All right, I'm going to go back to my room. I'll hop on.
Okay. Talk to you in a bit, brother.
Yeah. Bye.
Sorry.
He wasn't dissing us. He just thought Robert was a weirdo.
Yeah, well, Robert is a weirdo. So.
Well, that's a fair statement, but
it's an accurate representation of what's going on. So yeah. No, it's just really bad. Do you think that's what it is, Robert? Do you think they get a really good deal because of the time on the convention center? As far as the price? I'm looking for insider info here. Come on.
You would think that I would have that info given things, but I do not.
Yeah, that makes sense though, if that's the case.
It wouldn't make sense. It's not one of the bigger go travel place holidays compared to some of the others. Like you go to amusement park on the 4th, and it'll be like one of the fast days versus when you go on like the weekend or something like that. It's just if it's during the week, it's just like a weekday.
Well, the other thing for me is that it's like it's Florida in July.
That's my problem. Is I mean, if you go there, you stay indoors. It's not that big a difference. But I'm not allowed to go to Orlando without the family, and the family's not going to allow me to go play board games the whole time. Therefore,
that's the other thing. I don't understand these people that are like, oh no, I went to. I've had friends who told me, oh yeah, no, my family went to Disney World and I went to Dice Tower Con. I was like, well, first of all, one, whose wife is okay with that? And two, why would you not want to go to Disney World with your family? I don't know. It's just, I don't understand it, but maybe I'm not supposed to understand it. I don't know.
And I'm pushing it going to 3 conventions a year anyway, so
Yeah,
I think
you
it'd
are.
be cool to go once, but 3 a year, that's about my limit. And I could never go to BGG Spring because that's during my son's birthday every year. So
I actually am looking forward to possibly going to BGG Spring next year. I think that'll be fun.
What's the dates on BGG Spring?
It's usually the weekend before Memorial Day weekend.
I don't know when Memorial Day
It's
is.
like the 20. Usually, it's around the 25th of May.
Okay, now I have a month to work with.
It's about a week after, like Geek Way to the West or whatever, or 2 weeks after.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gen Con's less than a month away now.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got we're gonna launch the Belfort. We're gonna launch the Belfort 10th anniversary like last week of July, last full week of July. So I've got that going on, plus scheduling all my Gen Con meetings.
Kickstarter for Belfort?
Yeah, 10th anniversary. It's gonna have the expansion. It's gonna have all the promo tiles that we made for it. And,
Is it stretch goal that it comes already stickered?
Well, we're looking at actually having it's a really good chance we won't have stickers in it. Let's just put it that way.
Belfort was the most painful game I've ever stickered.
So we'll just
Let's not get crazy.
It'll still have wooden components, but we're looking at having them like they'll be printed before, so that you won't have to put any stickers on. So hopefully that's the case. Where we'll have those. But Jay and Sen are actually going to be working on some new things to add to it too. So not
Maybe
only
it's those things is why he gave you the finger.
No. I like Sen. He's a good guy.
Belfort is a solid game.
I love Belfort.
Who are the celebrities?
No,
it's
the
a
other
celebrity table. Who's a celebrity?
Yeah, who's the celebrity?
P1 is the celebrity table.
Is the table the celebrity?
It was a thing last year's convention, and it's got its own Twitter account. So last year we just had a stream that like just went out into the crowd, but you just saw the P1 table sign the whole time. And so someone started a Twitter account on it, and it was like a whole thing. So
there's players wanted back there, but there's an empty table.
Just put up a table and say players want to see it. Now I gotta focus on Robert's feed now, so we can actually once again
walking around.
All right, lots of people having fun. People playing games, having a good time.
Most people on the Alaboom at once ever.
That's true. People becoming internet famous and don't even know it. Nothing better than 4 people playing a game and one person. Oh, they're playing Pioneer Days. Go back. Turn around. Go back. They're playing Pioneer Days. Woo! No, the other table. What's up? There we go. TMG Pioneer Days.
Hey, Lance.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So, ask them what they think of the game. What do they think of the game?
What do you think of the game?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Say more positive things.
Say more positive things.
I like. I mean, it's. I like it. It's light. It's. As I think I've heard people say, it's what Oregon Trail should have been. It's quick. It's simple. It didn't take us very long to learn it. There's enough stuff going on that you're engaged on other people's turns, and there's been some interesting decisions about deciding when to use a dice and when to not, and maybe let some of these disasters trigger, because it's not there. The ones that are triggered are not going to hurt you, but are going to hurt everybody else. So you know what? I think I'll let everything bump up the track all at once.
So has anybody left the black die?
We going with this TMG commercial?
Oh yeah. No, I actually left 2 black die to let the guy next to me not have the choice, but he would have left a black die anyway, because the 2 disasters that were going to trigger didn't affect either one of us very strongly, but affected the other 2 pretty badly.
All right, awesome. I'm just glad to see it being played. Thanks a lot for taking the time, guys.
Yeah. We actually set it up on a table right next to where another table is finishing up playing it.
Very nice. I like to hear that. We're actually we're almost sold out of our first print run, so we're looking at
awesome.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for playing it, guys.
No problem.
You done with that commercial?
Yeah. No, we did an early print run. I think it was either 4,000 or 3,000, and we're almost out. So we'll be reprinting that or sending another order in pretty soon. We're excited about that one.
I wonder if it's possible for me to walk by a TMG game and you not notice.
What, did you walk by one and I didn't notice or something?
I don't know. I didn't notice.
Okay, well, it's tough to tell. Your camera's so horrible.
It's just the laptop's camera.
Yeah.
Those are exciting tables there.
There we go. Oh, that guy's excited. Having a big old yawn. Looks like the Fields of Arl. Hey, okay, we'll play Guess the Game. That was Fields of Arl, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
It is,
So basically, if I play
Correct.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's a Splendor. That's easy, Splendor.
But they're not playing Splendor.
Oh, they're not playing Splendor. What are
they're
they?
playing Jaipur.
Oh, yeah,
There you
Jumper.
go.
Okay.
There were chips in both, so that's a trick.
Let's see here.
No,
Oh, let's see.
it's a dartboard.
Above and below is the box behind. I can't really tell what that
No,
box is.
I don't know what it is.
Game you guys playing?
All right. What do we got? Oh, that's an old school game. I remember when that came out in Gen Con like 3 or 4 years ago.
I would not have guessed that one.
I would. I'm surprised that the game is found in the wild lately. Actually, that is Space. Yeah,
There we go.
I haven't played that yet. Is it any good? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
I haven't played it.
I'm interested in it though.
That looks,
That is the that game from Greater Than Games, isn't it? Spirit Island.
yes.
Yep.
That's Spirit Island. You're correct.
That's Spirit Island. Okay. Well, this is a hot game. Oh, that's the that's the rise of what's his face? Yeah.
Thanos.
All right. What is this?
Oh, that's Root. I just got done.
There you go.
Oh, it's Root. All right, I'm waiting for my copy.
It was
This shit? No, not this. What is that?
That's Lowlands. That's that new Euro game that came out.
Lowlands?
Lowlands.
Lowlands, yes, okay.
Got a little dice tower looking thing.
Yeah, dice tower thing.
I've never seen this game in my life.
Looks neat.
Gizmos.
Never heard of it.
It's a CMON.
That's ice cool.
Yeah.
With ice
It
cool
is ice
too.
cool.
It is. It is ice cool. Colder than cold.
These games are so hot, nobody's playing them.
It is.
Oh, the giant azul.
Dude, that thing is ridiculous. It's insane.
It's kind of huge.
It's like $300, right?
Yeah, it's
$2.99. Yeah.
Or free if you can run away from that table fast enough.
Right. I mean, technically, there's a free copy right there.
Depending upon how fast you are. That's it? That's it? Ah, jeez.
He went back to his perch.
Yeah, let me perch for a bit.
Oh, what have you played at the convention there, Jojo?
Oh, I actually had a great day gaming. Let me pull it up real quick. I played Lignum, which is always great. I played a prototype called Bee Lives. I played the follow-up to Zolkin, the
Teotihuacan.
Yeah, that one. And it was awesome. It was really, really good. 2 thumbs up for that one. They did a great job. I think it's way better than Zolkin. I played Antiquity, and then I played Root, and that was it.
Huh.
How long did your game of Antiquity take?
Like 75, 80 minutes. People say these games take way longer than I think they should. Like, I just told everybody what the rules were, and once the rules were taught, I mean, you just move it along. Just keep the game moving.
Yeah, I've never understood when people take forever to play a full game of Antiquity. It should take that long.
I had one guy tell me it took him 7 hours to play a game of Indonesia. And I'm like, I've had games of Indonesia last like less than 90 minutes. I was like, if you're playing in Indonesia for 7 hours, I'm like, you're doing something wrong.
You sure he didn't mean he flew to Indonesia?
It's just ridiculous. Some people, I hear this from so many groups that like they'll play a certain game and they're like, oh, it took me this long, and maybe they're exaggerating, but I just can't fathom some games taking as long as people say they do.
Well, I do think people do tend to exaggerate a bit on how long games take. Like,
Why
a
would
game
that be
takes
something
2
you want
hours,
to
it'll be like
exaggerate?
4 hours. I have no idea. But
It's like such a weird bragging thing. Root was the highlight, though. I really like the Zolkin game, but Root was the highlight. That game was freaking awesome. I'm going to probably try to play it again this convention and play with a different faction because it was great.
So my backing it is worth it, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, Cole hasn't made a bad game yet. Every game he has is a winner.
He hasn't made a bad game yet, huh?
I don't know. You tell me what bad game he's made.
Everything but Root. No, I don't know. Well, wait, I'll be fully honest. I'm not fully familiar with all of his games, so let me pull up a list of his games, and then we can argue.
Okay.
Are you having fun at the convention, though?
I'm actually having a really good time because I don't have a lot of work stuff to do. Like, it's not like an Origins or Gen Con where I'm meetings. I don't have any meetings. I'm just kind of here to represent Panda. And so I'm just playing games. If I see a prototype, I'll talk to that person and sit down and try to play test their prototype with them. But for the most part, I'm just hanging out, playing games. It's great.
Well, I've played all of his games, but and Infamous Traffic. That's the only thing I haven't played. So, and I've enjoyed all the games. So I'm just stunned that I've played like almost all of his games. I guess.
You'd like it in Infamous Traffic. I mean, if you like his other stuff, you'd like it just fine.
I understand it's almost impossible to get a hold of a copy of that, though. Or
I mean, you just order it from Hollandspiel. You can't buy it online. You just have to buy it directly from Hollandspiel.
Fair enough. Well, I do like the the thing where it says a brutal economic game. Well, done and done. A brutal economic game. Da, 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 da. Well, it looks like I'm gonna spend $50 on this. You have to, oh wait a minute! You have to buy it, print and play. You have to get print and play. They don't get to make it yourself.
No, it's sent to you.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm an idiot. All right, carry on.
It will be print and play quality, though. Hollandspiel is not. I mean, it's handmade stuff.
Well, it can't be enjoyed unless it has $100 miniatures involved in it. You know how that is. Yeah, no. How is working for the Panda now? Is it? Are you in your? Have you done with your first year now, or are you?
Yeah. I'm in my groove. I have clients and so I signed a game last year, and they are now on Kickstarter with the expansion and doing a reprint of it, which is really exciting because that's like, I mean, that's kind of a big deal, right? Like, I worked with a client, they did their first game, and now they're doing another game. So it's like, that's pretty cool.
What game, if you don't mind me asking?
Island of El Dorado.
Look, even they're happy for you.
That was pretty good timing. Oh, it was Ryan and Sen's table.
You were at Origins, Lance, right?
Yes, sir. I saw you there.
Yeah. I just double checking. It's late.
It is late.
I also worked on the games that were there, called the Dino Dunk game. If you saw that one, the dexterity flicking game about dinosaurs playing basketball.
Yeah.
And then End of the Trail by Elf Creek. They're going to be doing the second edition of Atlantis Rising coming up in September.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, that's just a little bit, but still, it's been fun. It's been a good time.
I should. Are you allowed to be on on podcasts and stuff and talk about Panda, or is that not allowed?
I mean, I can talk about like Panda. Like, as far as that goes, like if you want to be like, hey, let's just talk about manufacturing in depth, that's fine too. It's just like something to like think about. I mean, it's my job. I can talk about my job. I can't talk about like secret stuff.
But okay, that's fair. Like what kind of secret stuff?
Yeah. Can you give us examples of that secret stuff?
Yeah. Could you go into depth and talk about the secret stuff?
Well, TMG does a lot of their stuff with us, mostly because we have naked pictures of Lance that we're threatening to leak on the internet.
Well, that's leak away. I need the exposure. So.
Yeah, you need the exposure.
Yeah, exactly. But dun.
I have a scoop. I'm playing the first ever probably game of Dominoker at Dice Tower Con ever played. I'm still trying to figure out what the rules to this game are.
But didn't you?
I got to like round 40 and I still don't know how to play.
Well, good for you. Like you're like winning then. No. Well, being on tonight was just more of just for fun. Nothing really special. I didn't want to miss out the 4th of July. It was kind of momentous that it happened on 4th of July. I know it's late for you guys. You're on the East Coast. It's late for me as well. But I don't know. I just like I said, I didn't want to skip the evening unless either of you have something really breaking you on to talk about. This I didn't really have much to go over this evening. But Joe,
are we still arguing about Last Jedi?
Well, I don't want to argue about Last Jedi anymore. I'm done. I'm done. People can love it if they want to love it. That's fine. They can be wrong all day long.
I haven't been able to finish it yet. So.
I saw that it was on Netflix, and I said maybe I'll subject myself and watch it one more time. And I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't involve myself in self-harm. So I chose not to. I understand why people like it. No, actually, no, I don't understand why people like it. But I get that there are people out there that enjoy it. So, and good for them. So, and see, you got me to talk about it again. God damn it, Joe.
It can't be worse than Jurassic Park 5? Jurassic World 2?
I heard that was really bad. I heard that was like really, really bad.
It's okay. So it probably is in the worst place it could ever be as far as a movie goes, because it rides this really interesting line of where if they lean just a little bit this way, they could just be the silliest like slapstick dinosaur movie ever. Like it could just be like balls out crazy. But if they leaned a little bit this way, they'd be like a Jurassic Park movie. And so like, but they ride that line too in between. Like they don't go one way or the other. So it's just like, I don't know if I can take this movie seriously. Like every scene is like, what the hell were you thinking? Because it's like, you're like being as stupid as possible, but you're not. Like there's a part where like a dinosaur winks at somebody and like plays a trick on them. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, okay, this is not spoilers. This is not spoilers. But there's a scene where what's the dinosaur with the big like giant skull that can like smash into stuff? You know
I know what you're talking about.
Giant Stegosaurus.
So there's a scene where one of those gets loose in a crowd of people, right? That's not a spoiler. And the scene is just going back and forth, and you just see like multiple. It's just one dinosaur, and you see multiple people just flying across, like up in the air, just like whoa, like this. And, like it's like a long scene where he's just running around back and forth, and you just see people just flying in the air, and you're like, I sat there in the theater and I thought this Yakety Sax should be playing over this like scene right now. Like that is the exact feel of what the movie is doing at that point in time, and I'm just like, how? I don't get it. What were you like? I'm not so snobbish. Like I watch these movies and I try to have fun with them, but when I sit there and realistically go, I could have written a better Jurassic Park movie, that's not good. That's not okay, because I'm not a filmmaker.
So I haven't seen it, but I did hear that it was a little overly gory for a Jurassic Park movie. Is that the case or no?
I would not say that at all. It's like super PG.
Okay, that's just one thing I heard because I haven't seen it yet.
No, it's just stupid. Just stupid. And not stupid enough to be enjoyable. Like, that's the thing. Like, if they would have just gone a little bit more and just made it really silly, I would have been like, okay, I'm on board with this. But it's not. It's just dumb enough to make you just roll your eyes.
All that matters is, does Jeff Goldblum open his shirt for no reason at all, anytime in the movie?
No, Jeff Goldblum, like, monologues for like 30 minutes in the movie. Like the opening 10 minutes and the ending 10 minutes is just a Jeff Goldblum monologue.
With or without a shirt.
Does Jeff Goldblum play Jeff Goldblum in this movie?
Jeff Goldblum has never not played Jeff Goldblum.
Life finds a way.
He played like a futuristic gang leader in Hotel Artemis, and that was really bizarre. It was really weird.
I just remember when he was on Thor Ragnarok, and it was like they said, "So what's my inspiration here? Just play Jeff Goldblum." they just sent him out there, and that was his role in Thor Ragnarok was to just be Jeff Goldblum.
So I wanted to I did have something I did want to bring up with you, because I know that you saw this, Lance, but you saw the Lego Ninjago movie, right?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Why did that get so much hate? That movie was fine. Like, everyone was like, oh, it sucks. And I'm like, I mean, it's not Lego Batman, but it's great. It's perfectly fine to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. My son's a big fan of Ninjago, and I like watching it with him. And and we adored that movie. We watched it multiple times. So it's I don't know, probably because it wasn't as it wasn't as self-aware as Lego Batman and the Lego Movie were. You know,
Yeah.
Ninjago was more of a straight up kids movie.
Yeah. The Lego Movie 2 looks really good though. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean the first Lego Movie was pretty amazing, and then yeah, but Lego Batman was good too. I really like Lego Batman.
That's my favorite Batman movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
I mean, I like The Dark Knight. I like 1989 Batman, but I think Lego Batman beats them. I think it's just a better Batman movie.
I haven't seen it, but maybe I will.
It's quite good. I do like the him making lobster in his microwave over and over again. It was like
that opening scene, dude. Like that opening scene is just pure gold. Like from start to finish, that entire scene is just nonstop laughs and action.
And Will Arnett does the self-aware Batman really well. Like as far as the playing up the role. So yeah, I agree.
Me and my wife watched. I heard the Equalizer 2 is coming out, which made me realize I never actually saw the Equalizer. So me and my wife sat down and watched Denzel Washington shoot people with nail guns for like 2 hours. That was great.
That was a very, very formulaic movie for what it was, but it was exactly what you thought you were gonna get out of that movie.
Like, do you want to watch Denzel Washington just like kill like Russian mobsters in like really grotesque ways? Sure, I can do that for 2 hours. Why not?
You ever see the old movie, The Book of Eli?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Did you
enjoyed
say
that.
the old movie?
Yeah, it's like 10 years old.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe.
Oh
my God! I also watched all the Anarchy movie or the Purge movies leading up to the new Purge. Oh, those were so bad.
Why do you watch that?
I did that too.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to concur. That was
good.
painful. That was painful, and especially in succession, they're painful, even more painful to watch.
Why watch bad movies? I don't understand.
There's an enjoyment to be gotten out of bad movies, and they are so. I mean, come on, Lance. They're just so the type of movie you can put on in the background, and it doesn't even matter.
Right? You don't need to physically be watching the screen for most of it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
But it's weird though. Like individually, they're not great, but they're not like the worst thing. But in succession, they all become worse.
Interesting.
I don't recommend watching them just like in one solid sitting.
I thought you were just gonna say I don't recommend watching them. Well,
that
stop
too.
talking.
That too, but I mean, if you really want to, I'm not going to stop you.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
All right, boys. Well, let's just call it a night. I appreciate you taking us on a tour at Dice Star Con, Robert. And Joe, thanks for the initial diss, but get some sleep. Play some more fun games.
I got Roads and Boats at 10:30 a.m.
Somebody have etc. with it though.
Well, I wouldn't teach a new player that anyway. So, some guy was walking around with a copy of Roads and Boats when I was finishing up Root, and I looked at him. I was like, "Just a casual 11:30 p.m. game of Roads and Boats you're about to start?" And he's like, "Well, I was gonna read the rules and maybe find some people to play it tomorrow." I was like, "Dude, that's like my second favorite game of all time. I've played it like 50 times." I was like, "Tell me a time tomorrow before tomorrow night. Like, I don't want to do it tomorrow night, but if you want to do that tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, pick a time and I will teach you that game." And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Absolutely." So,
Roads and Boats, baby.
Roads and Boats.
That might be the most. Yeah, that's a pretty fun logistical puzzle. I wouldn't say it's an 11:30 at night starting playing Roads and Boats though. or reading the rules of Roads and Boats.
I see so many people that just like that. That was my first game of Lignum this morning. I'm like, I gotta play, but I saw some people sitting at the table and they just had started opening the rule book to Lignum, and I'm like, I have played this game like 1,000 times. I will just sit down and play with you guys and teach you the rules. And like when you do that with people, they're so grateful because they knew that they were going to be in for like a really tough thing.
Yeah,
They knew they were going to give up.
God, I can't remember the last time I played Roads and Boats. It's been a while.
You know when you could play Roads and Boats? If you were at Dice Tower Con with me right now.
Yeah, I probably would be playing that with you the next morning. Well, no, you probably would have enough players, so I couldn't play. But I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since I played Roads and Boats. I'll say that.
There are many games you could have played if you here at Dice Tower Con, Lance.
True, but instead I got to hang out with my family, and plus we're watching. I have 2 more dogs in the house. Actually, we normally have 3 dogs. I have 2 more because I have my my niece's dogs with me now because she's in Rochester. So and most of my family's in Rochester. So I'm dog sitting, and I have 2 giant. I have a border collie and another. So I have a blue heeler. So now she has a blue heeler. So I have 2 blue heelers and I have a border collie. Like, so I have these 3 giant dogs upstairs waiting for me to come upstairs and hang out with them because they're lonely. So.
But I'm lonely right now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
go play some games.
I'm just kidding. There's like a whole room of people.
Yeah,
I don't miss you at all, Lance.
No, I gotta really play Roads and Boats again. I like there was like a like there somebody had a quote about anybody somebody I remember there was a and I found it because you mentioned Roads and Boats, so somebody posted a picture of Roads and Boats when it was first coming out, and somebody actually posted a quote that said, would you recommend this to a small 2 or 3 person game group whose favorites are Citadels and Carcassonne? And
absolutely.
Somebody said this thing takes a while to set up. It's a long time to play. It has absolutely nothing in common with the games that you enjoy. So, just like, I was like, I had a chuckle when I saw that. It's been a while. All right, boys. Well, you go play more games. Thanks for everybody who took the time to actually tune in tonight. Happy 4th of July to all the Americans watching this. And, yeah, there you go. That's that then.
Bye-bye.